What's going on, everyone? I'm your host, Apoc, the Jealous Hater, and welcome to the channel in 2023. Well, good morning, my B-words. It's the new year. And what better way to pop it off than to come back to YouTube and my channel after a much-needed social media break and throw a little shade while discussing some hot tea. Now, I know what you're all wondering. What's going on with the title, Apoc? And yeah, well, Oski, is that what the stands call him? I don't know. It's funny, though. But Oscar has been, going live and streaming and whatever. I actually think today's clip was from Twitch. I don't know. It was sent to me, so who knows? I really don't care enough to find the actual source.
But Apoc, what about the credit? Give it where it's due.
Okay, the original source was Oscar. It's his damn video, so there you go. And to be real, I was actually shocked to what he said, and I actually think a lot of people were, especially on that little site called Reddit, which is actually going to be a video on its own because people are just wild on there, man. I mean, they're kind of out there on all platforms, but Reddit, definitely. But anyways, I hope your new year was totally rad, and with all that being said, let's dive balls deep. It's cuffing season, and now we got a reason to get a big boy. I need a big boy. Give me a big boy.
I feel like, honestly, the internet really, did a number on Kyra this year.
Whoa, hold up, my guy. Now, let's backtrack for a second. Kyra kind of did it to herself. Now, I'm not saying that the internet didn't go a little overboard, because they do. I mean, some people out here think that Kyra should have her kids taken away because she drove around with an expired license. Yeah, it's wrong. She should get that up to date, make it valid, but she still knew how to drive, She even said she got pulled over and was let go by a police officer. So if that happened, then she's not going to have her kids taken away. Which is funny, though, because Oscar has been caught multiple times with his kids in the car, barely buckled in, dumping down the freeway while also messing with his Instagram and his phone and all that noise. Yet there's not a peep from the Oscar stands. It's like, dude, we know Kyra's a piece, but Oscar ain't no peach either. Anybody who thinks Oscar is, you're loopy. You're out of your gourd, man. You're out of your mind, because Oscar isn't all that great. Maybe that's the perception online, that you think Oscar's a good guy based from what you see. But these families pretend to be great people and great loving families and have their life perfect and whatever online. And we know it's BS. So if that's the case, how do we know Oscar isn't acting, like a great dad or whatever? I'm not saying he isn't. I just think that him and Kyra are both irresponsible when it comes to their children, which I know this for a fact. I will have the Oscar stands defending him to the T in my comment section, because they cannot stand it when you speak out against them. And that originally happened with okbaby in general, KK and Baby J, family vlogging, all of them. When you spoke out against these people, the cronies would bombard your channel, your comment sections. And it was slowly stopping because people were growing up and learning and realizing that all these people are liars. And Oscar's no different, man. He's still a child exploiter. Now, he's backed off of it quite a bit, I would say, which is good. But from what I've gathered, it's after exploiting them to the fullest degree. We know everything about them based from their life. And if he actually didn't want these personal things online, then why is the okbaby channel still up? That's the big question here. Anyways, I rambled on. Let's just continue, because I already forgot my main thought to that whole clip.
To the point where I feel guilty.
He shouldn't feel guilty. And now I remember what I was talking about. Kyra did what she did, and she deserves the grief, right? And here we go with another little rant. But I find it funny that the internet did a number on Kyra, yet Kyra acted like it didn't, and actually told people who were just disappointed in her and what she did, her actual fans. She told them to go kick rocks if they don't like the new her. Kyra definitely did this to herself. Now, I agree that people have gone too far. They have absolutely have gone too far, especially when they want to take her kids away and they think Oscar wants full custody. I don't know what in the hell makes them think that Oscar wants his kids full time, but this guy doesn't even have his own place. His life is not together for his children, and yet people think that he should be allowed to have full custody. No, man, it's not how this works. And even if he did have his life more together, he actually had a place, he still wouldn't want his kids full time. He literally agreed to the week on, week off bullshit, and he did that just as much as Kyra did too.
I might have told you guys this before, but I don't even know. There's been a few times where I want to make a video and be like, hey guys, let's cut this up. Let's cut the hate out.
All right, guys. See, right there, Oscar's calling what we do hate. And, I think it's a spectrum, because there's a big difference with calling out Kyra's, hypocrisies and contradictions in her lives, right? I think we should still do that to this day. And there's no problem with that. But when you want to, call CPS and try to get her kids taken away, or you're making fun of her appearance or any of that stuff, it does go too far. And that is considered like actual hate.
But Apoc, she deserves it because she's a cheater.
But here's Oscar, the guy it happened to, literally calling it hatred. Literally wanting to tell you guys to stop doing it. What does that say?
Let's stop it. It's gone too far. Like, she's still the mother of my children. I respect her, and like I get it why you guys are upset, and I love you guys, and I appreciate that so many people support me to that extent. But at the same time, like...
Now, I think a lot of people didn't like that when he says he still respects her as like the mother of his children. He doesn't really respect Kyra. You got to understand, it is the mother of his children. What else can he do? You know what I mean? And it's better that they are good with each other and co-parent together for those kids. But this is how you know that there are a nice handful of people that don't really actually care about the kids. To be honest, they don't even really care about what happened to Oscar, because Oscar expressed himself here and people were against it. They're saying that he's being manipulated by Kyra and like justifying or defending her betrayal, which makes no sense at all. Or, you know, maybe he's expressing himself and he wants things to be good between him and Kyra because they're parents and they need to co-parent together for those children because it benefits the children the most to have two healthy parents. And it was toxic within their household. To be honest, it's better that they are broken up. It should have been done a different way, absolutely, but it's better that they are broken up because their household was toxic. They couldn't be in the same room together. That speaks volumes. I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they thought they could, you know, break up and still vlog together and live in the same house. That we called that shit out, man. We knew that wasn't gonna work out. But if the children were in like the best interest of some of these people, they would be okay with Oscar saying this and respecting what he says and going like, okay, like I agree, because it benefits the children the most. But they don't like that Oscar said it. In fact, some are even speaking for Oscar, just like Kyra, like what she was doing in the breakup video and other videos, speaking for Oscar, talking over him basically. That's what some of these people are doing to Oscar, telling him how he feels, saying that he's being gaslit and manipulated still, even though he's free and not even living with Kyra anymore. He's just trying to be co-parents with her, which he has to. I know that there's people out there who want Oscar to just be like spiteful and vengeful and just a gross human being, you know, like get on the Kyra level, right? But why be like that when you have children? Because it hurts the kids the most. And again, that's how you know some of these loons don't really care about the kids.
And it really affects her, and
which, by the way, I don't really give a damn that it affects her. She was spouting that it didn't. Told everybody to go kick rocks. But if it affected her so much to like the degree that he's claiming, then why in the hell would she like troll the internet with Preston, like being in a relationship, you know, with him? She just did that TikTok with like Brittany and Baby, Sunkiss Mama, and Jess Fam, the redhead she-devil, you know, the group of girls who are like the worst of the worst. Jess Fam, who like exploits her daughter's period, like misleads people, you know, and they're thinking that her daughter's having a period or something. And then there's Brittany and Baby, who's like Brittany Moore now, who like exploit her children to the fullest degree. Somebody got a hold of that information and found their kid online, and then she pulled their kids offline because of that situation, but now is back online pulling some Jess Fam type shit, Jess Fam type content. It's disgusting. And then there's Sunkiss Mama, the Jess Fam crony, the person who believes that being a vlog mom is the equivalent to being a doctor. And you know, of course, Kyra in the background, the cheater. You know, other things she's done. But Preston was also in that video. And that group of people, all of them knew what that would do. They're all trolling the situation. And it's just nasty. So Oscar's claiming that this affects Kyra, yet Kyra is trolling people online. And there's more than just that too. You know, we knew she was lying and being a hypocrite and contradicting herself, and she's now trolling people. So why are we supposed to feel bad for her? You know what I mean? Like, I get that things go too far, but how are we supposed to feel bad for the, you know, just the grief that she deserves? Why are we supposed to feel bad or have empathy for her when she's trolling us about it?
yeah, I don't know. Like, I just felt bad, but I talked about it with her, and well, it was mainly me who came up with this conclusion. I feel like people would just hate on her more for that, and so I was kind of hoping that like over time it would just die down, but it hasn't.
He's not wrong. People would hate on Kyra more if Oscar came up with a video expressing himself and saying to lay off Kyra. They would. They'd freak out. I mean, just look what happened in this situation. He expresses himself here about what he wanted to do, about like the hate online, wanting people to back off Kyra, and then they freak out telling him about how he feels and he's being gaslit and manipulated and whatever else. So he wasn't wrong. I mean, it's easy to predict these types, and it will never die down. Kyra will have forever grief, and you know, she deserves it to a certain degree. She deserves it for the cheating and what she did to Hannah and what she did to Oscar. I agree, the breakup was just god awful. Not that Oscar wasn't responsible for things in the relationship, because he deserves some grief as well, but you know, I understand the grief Kyra gets. But see, here's the problem again, is that that Kyra is like trolling people now, and she's lying, and she's being caught in all her lies. She says one thing and we find out something else online. And of course she would still get grief for this, or just about the whole thing in general. But if she actually came up with a video fully like exposing herself and being transparent, some people would respect that, you know what I mean? I mean, they won't respect what she did, but people would like the full transparency and honesty, and maybe then some of it would die down. But instead Kyra is with Jess Fam, the worst of the worst human scum ever, and trolling the internet with Preston. But anyways, guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts down below, please. Subscribe if you're new, like if you enjoyed, and I'm glad to be back. You know, I needed a little break from social media. Plus, you know, I've been kind of enjoying life, you know, outside of the internet. It's been quite nice. I don't know. I've just been enjoying it, and I'm happy. Of course, I'm still going through my health issues. It's been nice stepping away, but I am coming back, and it's great to be back. Let's make this a bomb-ass year.
Okay, bye.